All right, my handsomes, it's Sticky Nicky from Claret and Booze. I hope you're all well.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, as we know, Callum Wilson's set to be joining. It's been reported all week, but now TalkSport and Dharma Chef has picked it up on Sky Sports as well. And now we're just waiting. We're waiting for the man that we all love to sign. I've got a lot to say about this, but before I do, I'm going to bring someone into the show.
Hello.
Here he is. Hello, John. How you doing, mate?
Doing all right, mate.
Fucking hell.
I think it's an absolute shit show. I just think at the minute, Sullivan's actually, you know what? I think he actually, well, he probably is, if the petition is anything to go by. I think he just knows he's untouchable.
We miss out time and time again. So we're literally restricted. He's aligned himself with these fucking sharks. You know, they're all crooks, and we will only sign players. We'll get good players every now and then. We got Wan-Bissaka last year. But on the whole, the way we spend money is shit.
I've always said to you, he's happy. He has no ambition, because ambition means he's got to spend and he can't siphon money out, right?
Again, I don't know what more to say to people about the petition. This has been one of the worst windows after two of the worst years of football I can remember as a football fan. And people can't be asked to sign a fucking petition. There's no reason, no good fucking reason. Even if you think, oh, what do petitions do? What do they... Find out. It takes 2 seconds. How stubborn have you got to be? We're helping ourselves here. You're not signing that to help me or help anyone else. This is your club. How much more do you want to take before you put your name on a petition that says, I want these cunts out, done, dusted? How much more are you going to let him take the piss out of us? That's it. That's going to be a come down now after the baby factory. How you doing, Ryan?
Yeah, not bad. Do you know what, Ryan? I'm sitting there thinking, that's like coming home after a late night out and putting on the most random version of Only Fools and Horses. It was like watching Uncle Albert, Del Boy, and Rodney have an argument. Fucking brilliant. Love it.
I will say, big shout out to Tony Sahota. He's my AI man. None of that's my handiwork, by the way. That's all Tony. So I never know what he's going to come up with. He just makes them and sends them over to me. So very good. That's taking bloody ages.
Very talented people that can do stuff like that, mate.
Yeah, definitely. How's your week been, mate?
Yeah, all right, mate. Yeah, I was a little bit ill last week, just a little bit of man flu for a couple of days. But been busy, mate. Back at work. Nothing really to report. But yeah, I'm smiling, always smiling.
Did you catch the game?
Yeah, I did.
On the weekend.
Yeah, I did. Funny enough, I went to Peter Kay on Saturday night at the O2, and then I come home and watch West Ham. So it was like 2 comedy shows in one night for me. So,
mate, what were your thoughts when you saw? We won't talk about that too much, but what were your thoughts when you saw the midfield, the lineup?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a surprise. You know, obviously we play tonight. I'd like to see. I was
fucking surprised.
Totally different midfield tonight.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'd like to see the youngsters get a start. But yeah, look, take out Areola's mistakes. I don't think we were that bad. I think Bowen took his goal well. I think we looked a lot better when Paketa come on and Potts and is it Fearson, the youngster?
He was amazing. So that last 15, 20 minutes wouldn't make the football that was played in that 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, no, definitely. It was I've said it before, look, pre-season results are not really, I don't really look at them too much.
No.
Obviously, I want to win every game, but it's about the players getting fitness and getting used to each other. Obviously, Alvarez is back now, back with the squad. So hopefully tonight, I don't think he'll start, but he'll get some game time tonight. But I'd like to see him start with maybe Paketa and Potts in the middle with whoever. I don't know, he'll probably put Souček in there again. But I just want to see something different.
I'd make do with that. I mean, look. My problem is, I saw a video earlier on, and there was some Turkish West Ham supporter that's also a Besiktas fan. They're apparently linked with Guido, and he jumps in and said, "Can you guys tell me about Guido?" So he can't be much of a West Ham fan because he ain't been watching us. Can you tell us a little bit about Guido? And everyone was slagging him off. And look, this is my honest opinion. It really is. I think there's only been one player that's been able to. I know Souček's good in the box, but I don't think he offers much in midfield. Declan Rice could carry Souček, James Ward-Prowse was the worst possible partner. I do think that's the worst central midfield pairing ever. And I think whoever the third man is, maybe barring Paketa, they're going to make him look shit. If it's Alvarez, he'll struggle because there's no legs. There's nothing there. It's kind of an empty midfield. And Guido's the same. I do think Guido's too slow for the Premier League. But my worry is the worst thing that could happen tonight, we'll talk about that game later, is that they put Potts behind Souček and James Ward-Prowse. That'd be the worst thing. I hope that they put Paketa in there with him. Yeah.
No, that's what I want to see tonight, mate. As I said, I thought Bowen took his goal really well. Great finish. Areola, I mean, I don't know what he was doing for both of them, really. The first one, he should have caught it. And the second one, I like the way he tried to blame Fulkrug for it. It's fucking ridiculous. But
I know.
Get him out of the way in pre-season. If he keeps clean sheet on the opening day, then that's all that matters to me.
My main problem, because I don't know whether you saw, I did a really positive show, unlike me, on the Saturday morning. I woke up, I was buzzing. I had that match day feeling again. I was quite excited. And I thought, fucking hell, and even in the WhatsApp group that I was in, I was telling people, no, stop it, be positive. I was being a right fucking hypocrite because normally it's me. But as soon as that team sheet got released and I saw that midfield, it just sucked it out of me. And that first 70 minutes, mate, it was awful. I mean, we created, there's just nothing. We created nothing. I think for instance, right, the goalkeeper, shocking. The defenders were shocking. But from the time that we changed that midfield, how many defensive mistakes and how many goalkeeping mistakes was there?
Exactly. Yeah.
There weren't. So I think we're building around the fucking problem here. And what that proved is that we've got, fair enough. Look, you can't go putting too much pressure on the likes of Fearon. Potts, I disagree. I think Potts is ready. But I think you can't go putting too much pressure on the likes of Fearon yet. Although, if they're good enough, they're old enough. You see it in other clubs. I mean, that fucking Yamal's, you're not putting him on Yamal's level, but he's been playing since he was like 16. If they're good enough, why can't they play a part in the squad? And Eddie, was he on your radar, Fearon? Did you know anything about him?
No. Obviously, I've heard his name before through like the youth and that, but I've never really seen anything of him. But yeah, no, he looked in fact too comfortable in that first team. So
yeah,
he could be a surprise this season. I hope that they don't loan him out. I want to see. I'm hoping that obviously he's got tonight, Sunday when we play Bournemouth, and then we've got, is it Lille at home next week? I don't know if I've got anything in between that.
I think we have.
But yeah, so just give him a little run out, see what he can do. So yeah, it's good. It was refreshing to see. It sort of perked me up a bit when I see the youngsters come on, because at that time in the morning, after being out, a few drinks, you start nodding off because it was boring at stages of that game. And then once he brought the youngsters on for the last 20, I mean, I don't know why he left it to the 70th minute to make the changes. They should have been done at half time.
This is the worry, and the worry was in his post-match press conference as well, where he said he wanted to give his first team the maximum amount of minutes. That worries me because we can't go into the Premier League with that midfield. I'm sorry, certainly not that combination. It's just, I mean, like I said, maybe the only person that you could put in that midfield that wouldn't look terrible, we wouldn't have a good midfield, would probably be Paketa. But I think everyone else, if they're trying to do a defensive job, I mean, Alvarez has struggled. Alvarez is a good player. He struggled in that midfield with them too. Guido struggles in there. So, like I say, I hope you don't put Potts in there because we'll be shit and people will be turning around. They have the opposite opinion of Potts after that. They will.
How good did Potts look, though, when he come on?
Mate, unreal. He's so assured.
The way he was just dropping off, wanted the ball. He didn't hide.
No.
Confidence to take players on, passing, quick passing, not holding on to it too long, playing a simple ball. I'm telling you, he's got something about him, Potts, and I'm hoping that he can really push on this season and, be a first-team regular for us.
I don't think he just took part. I mean, Paketa kind of made it tick, but him and Paketa seemed to link up. It felt a little bit like Potts from deep areas was setting the tempo from that point.
Yeah.
And like you said, pass and move, because a lot of people that we had in midfield in the first half, they pass, they don't move. Or if you're James Ward-Prowse, you pass and you run after the fucking ball. Pass and move into space. Whereas if you watch the dynamism of those three, Fearson as well, they were literally little balls around the corner, intricate little passing. It's so simple, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I totally agree, mate. And I'm hoping that obviously tonight I'm hoping that I can stay up and watch it, to be honest, because I've got to be up really early in the morning. But I said I'll watch the first half. I know what'll happen. We play well first half. I'll end up going to bed at 2:00 in the fucking morning.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that I'm hoping that he puts out a different team tonight. You know, I'd like to see. Obviously, I think Diop. He had a good game. Looked lively.
Yeah. He can't play Diop. He's gone to Fulham. But
it's fucking Diop. Sorry.
Diop, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Ryan, because I'm not messing around tonight. This is no disco. I'm not fooling around. I've got a little bit of an agenda. We'll leave the Everton chat to a little bit later because what we might have is might have the team come out.
Yeah.
While we're talking about it. So before we get into it, I never actually ask really on a live show, or if I do it at the end. Please drop a like on the video. I always do it on pre-records, but not on lives. Drop a like on the video. That ain't a love heart. That's you come out the chat and just drop a thumbs up on the video. That does really help us. Shares it around. We're going to run through the latest transfer links. We're going to talk aimlessly about players that are probably not going to be coming to us. You know, the latest ones that are lined up. What we think we need as well moving forward. Because I've got a bit of a different opinion now. Now I've seen the kids, I'm a little bit more comfortable with what we've got. And some other rumours that I don't like, but we'll mention them. We'll go into them, and then we'll talk about Everton later. But so the latest transfer links. I mean, obviously we know that we were linked with basically an ITK. You know, because we were linked with Grealish, we were linked with Billy Elliott, we were linked with Morton, we were linked with all these other players. I called bollocks on all of them, Ryan. I did call bollocks. And they were bollocks. They haven't come off. Now, a couple of players that we're linked with at the moment. Well, one in particular that's come out today. I don't know where it's come from. But yeah, someone's spanned the transfer target fucking wheel of fortune. It's landed on Jacob Ramsey. Apparently, we've got Jacob Ramsey now. We're in advanced talks with him. If that was to happen, let's just say there is something in that. Do you think that's the type of player that would help us in midfield?
Do you know what? Right, I watched Jacob Ramsey a couple of seasons ago against us, and he sort of tore us apart at Villa Park.
I remember.
He's a good player, but when you look at his stats, you know, because that's what people love now, don't they? They love stats.
Yeah.
In 5 seasons, he's scored like 14 goals and he's got 12 assists for an attacking midfielder. He's had his hamstring issues as well. But he's at the right age of what Potter wants to bring in. I think he's about 24. So I think it'd be difficult for us to sign him. It's a player that if he come to West Ham, then I think it would definitely improve our squad.
Give us legs. Give us legs in midfield.
Yeah. It's younger legs in midfield. He's got, as I said, on his day, he's a decent player, and I've seen him a few times for Villa. And as I said, I remember being at Villa Park the other year when he completely tore us apart. So it's I'm with you. I can't see this one happening, but there's a part of me that I hope it does, because I think he will add a lot to the team, to the squad.
It'd be an improvement. I mean, I think anyone. I think he's the right profile, the right age profile. He's quick. He's quite tenacious as well. He does get stuck in. He is a bit of a box to box player. Carries a really good forward threat as well. There's no two ways about it. He's Premier League proven as well, and he does tick the Will Salthouse box. So, but even with that, I'm calling bollocks on that. The same as I'm calling bollocks on the Hermansen deal, the goalkeeper from Leicester. We ain't paying 20 million, 30 million for a goalkeeper, mate.
No, I can't see that one either. I think that they're obviously. I know we've been linked with a couple of goalkeepers this week. I think we've been linked with a goalkeeper from Parma, and was the other one from Sheffield United. I can't think of his name.
He's Cooper, Michael Cooper.
Yeah. So, I mean, look, I don't hide the fact that I'm not the biggest fan of Areola. I think Areola has good games. Like, he's a good shot, but his distribution is poor. It's been poor for the last couple of seasons. I think that. No, I'm not even joking. I probably would have kept Fabianski over him in the summer.
So
I'm not a big fan of Areola. I think if a goalkeeper comes in, he's got to be our number one. There's no point going out.
Do you know when we signed him? Do you remember Areola? One of the things I loved about him was that fucking rocket throw he used to have a throw.
Yeah,
he used to launch attacks with a throw. That was like a method of distribution. It seems like somehow that's been cut out of his game. What he definitely can't do is this tippy-tappy stuff at the back. He can't do that.
No. Look, we ain't good enough to be doing that sort of football. It really frustrates me when I see teams that are not technically gifted to do that. We ain't got them sort of players that can do that. Like, you look at our defence, apart from Wan-Bissaka and Diop, they've got a bit of pace about them. But I mean, look, in that friendly against United, when the first couple of minutes, when Højlund literally gave Kilman a 10-yard start and he paced him, and I'm like, fucking hell.
I didn't know he was that quick because Højlund, I didn't know he was that slow because Højlund ain't that fucking fast.
No. It's giving me hope that I can still make it in the Premier
League. I know.
No, I'm joking. Look, I like Kilman. I'm not going to sit here. I'm not a fan.
I'm not a fan.
I just look at our defence and I think we ain't got them type of players to be playing it out. Like sometimes just hoof it up midfield. You know, look for the forward players. It's just look. I'm not the greatest fan. As I said, Areola's been brilliant for us. He's pulled off some world-class saves at times, but it's just his distribution. It really frustrates the life out of me.
Yeah, look, he's not perfect. He's not perfect, but I think, look, you've got to look back. He was the goalkeeper, as well as, you know, Paketa and Bowen will forever be legends. I think, you know, Areola was also a bit of a legend in that competition as well, particularly in the Europa League before it. You remember some of the saves? You remember the save from En-Nesyri in the Europa League? I think he's been fantastic. And don't forget, it might have been a couple of seasons ago now, where Bowen got Hammer of the Year. I think it should have been him. He saved us way more points than do you know what I mean? So I don't think he's perfect. I don't think he's perfect, but I don't think he's a massive. Maybe he's a massive problem for Potter because of the way he wants to play. But
the thing is, if club situation we're in, we can't go out and spend that sort of money on a goalkeeper that's going to be a second choice. So will Areola be happy? You know, obviously he won't be happy if he's dropped. But
is that? Oh, I misread that. So I missed this super chat. $50, Charles Pearson. Thank you very much, mate. You absolute gentleman. Did you mistype that? Meant to put 5 in and put an extra decimal point in. Thank you very much. He'd be happy for the youngsters in for the season. Is he crazy in the thought? I don't think that's crazy.
No.
I don't think it is.
No, definitely. I think a lot of us, as we've spoke about many a times, we'd all love to see the youngsters given a chance, and hopefully they get to shine in pre-season.
Yeah. Well, I think they could. But no. But like we were saying with Areola, he ain't perfect, like you just said. It's not just his distribution. Sometimes it can be a little bit iffy coming from crosses as well. He's not perfect, but I don't think we're going to get the perfect keeper. One thing that rattled me a little bit about Hermansen that I don't think we're going to get anyway. I think we're going to get this Cooper because Cooper is a Salthouse client and he's at Sheffield United. We've already signed League One Wes from there, so it makes sense to go and buy the next keeper. Apparently, Cooper's a good player. I don't know much about goalkeepers. Gio done a show on that, and he said Cooper's fucking good, really good, young as well, 25. So. Yeah, I do think it's. I mean, we've got to buy a keeper anyway because we need a backup. We can't have Wes as a backup, can we?
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking 30 million for that Leicester goalkeeper, I think James Trafford's just gone back to Man City for 25 million, and he would have been a better option. So, I'm with you, mate. I can see maybe I don't really know much about the Parma goalkeeper. I know that he's open to the move. Is he a Japanese international? Is he that goalkeeper?
He's not open to the move. We would want him. So he's Zion Suzuki. He's I think it's sort of mixed African heritage and Japanese, and he represents Japan. He's a massive star in Japan. So obviously, from Sullivan's point of view, shirt sales and everything else, he'd be there's more to that than the player himself. But from what I've seen, I've read a few scout reports on him because I was quite interested in him. He's highly rated. I mean, you're going to be looking at about 40 million, I think, for him. But a top keeper though, like he literally is the type of keeper that probably one day going to end up at a Man City or a Liverpool or someone like that. He's very good, very good. The only thing is he don't catch. He punches the ball, but he's good. He's a lump. I mean, that would be good. I just don't know. I mean, but when you look at the sort of state that we're in now, you're getting statements coming out. You don't know what to believe, really. Although you can believe it. It was, and that is Sullivan has said this was I think it was on West Ham Rambles or something. I don't know, but he said to the effect, not verbatim, that Sullivan has told Potter that he's going to have to adjust his expectations for the signings that he wants to bring in because we haven't got the money. So it sounds a little bit like Sullivan's trying to push his players towards him through Salthouse. But look, I suppose that's where we are. We know that's the situation that we're in. We kind of know that anyway, because you can only imagine that McCauley and Potter would have had their list already drawn up coming into this window. They'd have had loads of targets, wouldn't they? And we ain't fucking signed them. We've signed one. Kyle Walker-Peters ain't a Potter player. Callum Wilson definitely ain't a Potter player. So it does look like he's going to be getting Sullivan's players. That's the way it feels at the minute. I mean, how do you feel about that? If that is the case, just say that is the scenario, which ain't great.
No, it's not. No, it's not a great scenario, and we know with the type of players we're going to end up with, because I can see Callum Wilson still joining probably towards the end of the transfer window. I think the reaction through the fan base has obviously the club have taken notice of that, and someone said a good point earlier. They'll probably announce Callum Wilson with another player at the same time to sort of take the heat off of it a bit. But I think it's great for Potter in a way. He's obviously got targets and he wants to build his squad, his team. And if he's not getting the players in, it's just like giving like a labourer coming in on a new job and he's using the old workman's tools, and he can't replace them. He's got to use them for the next year or whatever. And it's just, it's the Sullivan show, isn't it? It always has been, it always will be until he's gone.
John made a point on the last Sunday night show, or no, the phone in that he done, and he said if you look at it on the face of it, forget about player procurement. All the staff that Potter's being backed with, he's brought in his psychologist, he's changed the goalkeeping coach, he's brought in scouts, he's brought in this. He's not fucking endless members of staff. So on the face of it, it looks like Sullivan is backing him. He's giving him everything he needs, except for the things that cost money. And what's the point in bringing in? What's the point in having Kyle McCauley? There's no way Callum Wilson's name popped up on the supercomputer or Kyle Walker-Peters. What's the sense in having all these scouts, all these members of staff that are kind of honed more towards identifying talent and bringing them in, if you're just going to not fucking listen to them anyway, and you're just going to bring in your own players through the same methods, through the same channels that you've always done before? What is this? It feels in this window like it's a little bit more mad than normal to me. Yeah,
it has felt a bit crazy, especially like I think we was linked with the Arsenal midfielder yesterday as well. Was it
Vieira? That's the other one. Yeah.
I mean, straight away,
he's lightweight, that bloke.
Yeah, people are jumping on it straight away. It just seems like every signing that we're linked with at the moment, there's like just people just jumping on it. It's not their type of player. It's not, we don't want him. What you got to realise is that the manager might want him. The manager might see something. He looks, Vieira might not have worked out at Arsenal, but he might work out at West Ham. Nothing's guaranteed, but sometimes, certain players suit certain clubs, and I'm not going to dismiss Vieira if he did join from Arsenal. I'm not going to dismiss him. As we always do, whoever we come in, I know that I see people the other day saying they're going to boo Callum Wilson if he plays. I'm like, fucking ridiculous, because if he starts scoring goals, you're gonna be loving him.
I'll never boo any fucking player. No, never boo any player. Don't get me wrong. I'm not happy that he's here, but once he's here and he's signed. You just got to wash your mouth of it, haven't you?
Yeah, of course. Like as I said, if he starts scoring goals, what we're like as football fans. We'll get behind him. We always will. And I don't really want to see him at the football club. I don't want to see us go for that sort of player. If I had the choice out of him and Calvert-Lewin, I'd rather have Calvert-Lewin. But look, it's just going to be a mad few weeks, and I just can't wait for this transfer window to be over and done and the season to be started.
I can't wait, because I'm completely different to what I've been in every other window. So you go back and you look at any of the other transfer windows, I've been all over it. You see all the thumbnails that are out there at the moment on the other YouTube channels. Every day there's 3 different players up there. That was probably me in January and the year before. I'm struggling to give a fuck about it now. I really am. Like in terms of the players that we're bringing in terms of my excitement levels, I think what it is, I've got more anxiety about keeping hold of what we've got because I don't think we're going to be able to replace certain players with the same level of talent as to what we're letting go. Don't get me wrong. If we sold James Ward-Prowse and Souček and Guido tomorrow, I'd be happy. But they're probably not the ones that we're going to be able to sell because they're not the ones that people want. So that's been my main thing for me. And also, after January, you know, I was dealing with SportsX and I was seeing the way that the club deal with stuff. They fuck everyone around. I don't buy anything now. So it's made me too cynical. So now whenever I see a link now, I just go, bollocks. And do you know what? 99% of the time, you'll be right. If you call bollocks on everything, you'll be right. 99% of the time, you will. Because it is most of the stories out there are as well. I mean, we can't physically be approaching new players every day.
No. That's what I'm saying. Tomorrow you'll wake up and there'll be 2 new players that we're linked with that we ain't even not even heard of. But like it's going to be like that from until the end of the transfer window now. And it's not. I don't enjoy the summer, to be honest. Like with the transfer window and January as well. It frustrates me because every day it's just the same thing. It's just repeat on social media and YouTube, and it's just like Sky Sports News. It's, West Ham linked with this player, linked with this player. You know, it's not going to happen.
No.
Like, and sometimes like it gets fans' hopes up. You know, thinking, we're linked with him. Like when we was linked with Jack Grealish the other week, even though I didn't think it was going to happen, there was a part of me that's thinking, I'd love to pull this deal off.
I'd
love to see Jack Grealish at West Ham.
And that's the thing for that little,
that's the thing as well.
But for that little dopamine hit that you give the fans, which is what everyone's craving when they're going through the fucking YouTube things, who we linked with today. There's two things here in this window in particular. It's a disappointment when you find out it's bollocks, because it is. You know, you get your hopes up. How long have people been banging on about fucking Harvey Elliott? We never even put a bid in. That was never going to happen. So we was never ever going to get that player. So it's a disappointment with that. But the other thing that concerns me is, don't it set up players that do actually come in for a bit of an anticlimax if they're not of the same sort of level?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're talking about Harvey Elliott and Grealish, and then you end up buying someone who's not quite that sort of name, and all the fans are like, oh, fucking hell, I don't want him. I want that one. So I've quite enjoyed in this window, to be honest, just sitting back from it. I've just not got involved in it at all whatsoever, apart from to say everything's bollocks. I'm a grumpy bastard.
No. Mate, I'm exactly the same. I try to avoid it as much as I can, and until I see the official West Ham account tweet out a silly little video giving us a little teaser, and then they're holding the shirt and doing "come on you irons" and all that stuff that they do. That's when I believe it.
I never thought I'd get there because I've always lived for the transfer window. I have. Long before YouTube, I've always got so excited with new players coming in. And it's the first time I've ever felt like this, but I feel all right. And I feel a little bit now sort of focusing on what we need. So I felt a little bit different. I felt like we've got to completely rip that midfield up. We've got to start again. The midfield in particular. Like I said on the show on the weekend, I said it feels like we're buying fucking wing backs. They want to buy goalkeepers. They want to buy forwards. We're building around the problem. The problem's in the middle. It is. That's where it is.
They need to get rid of ITKs. They need to get rid of all social media, and we need to go back to Sky Sports News deadline day. And when they used to be standing outside the training ground with fans behind them, I used to love that. Mate.
Even before that, I remember just waking up to the paper and seeing Tevez and Mascherano, and you're like, where the fuck did that come from? But I mean, that was excitement, wasn't it? Jesus Christ.
Bit of teletext.
Yeah. But yeah, so in terms of what we need now, my mind has been changed. Now, I've always been banging on about Potts, but obviously you're not entirely sure until you see him. Well, now I've seen him. Fucking, he's better than what I thought he was going to be in terms of he looks like a real complete player to me. So we've got Potts. We've got a really good fucking midfielder there now. We've still got Paketa. People are still talking about him going to Tottenham. Fucking stop it. Not having that. No, there's no way that can happen. So Paketa's here. Paketa's our player. We've got Potts. We've got Fearon. We've still got Alvarez. Alvarez ain't gone yet. So that's 4 solid options. We've got Earthy. We've got Alford. So effectively, what we could have, if you look at three in midfield, you could be looking at Alvarez, Potts, and Paketa with Alford, Urfi, and Fearon as understudies, and that's without taking into account keeping Souček around, which we absolutely will. So we'll have him here for as part of the team and as part of the squad. For me, what I want to see is I want to see James Ward-Prowse and I want to see Guido go, because we can't carry on like this. We can't. It's not personal, right? It's not. But that midfield, Ryan, it's slow as shit. It really is. We can't go up against Premier League midfields with Souček and James Ward-Prowse and anyone, because, like I've said, it probably ain't fair to even gauge Guido and Alvarez. I do think Guido's got to go, but when they're playing with those two midfielders collectively together, that is not a good pairing, mate, is it, for anyone?
No, and you see it the other night, mate, and we've seen it throughout all of last season how slow we were. And you know that one of the most important positions on the pitch is midfield. You know, it's where it's the engine room of the team. You know, you need legs in there, and it's been like it for the last couple of seasons. But you know, when we had Declan Rice in there, you knew you had someone that was going to just get stuck in and run with the ball, get their head down. And I think now that we've got Potts, we've all said it. We do see a bit of Declan Rice in Potts, you know, and bringing Alvarez back. I mean, the videos that I've seen of Alvarez this week, you know, they've sort of made a big fuss about him coming back. So I'll be very surprised if he does leave the club this summer.
I don't think he will.
I'm with you. I can see maybe Ward-Prowse leaving towards the end of the window.
Yeah.
And yeah, Rodriguez as well. So yeah,
and the thing is, I'm going to ask you now, because I'm just going to put up, if I can figure out how to get there, I'm just going to try and put a poll in the chat. Right, you can only sign one player, right? You can only sign one player, and tell me what position that player is in. So you've got goalkeeper, centre back, midfielder, or striker. You can buy one player, a decent player, a top player who's going to come into the first team. Where are you addressing? Not even talking about what player it is.
It's a difficult one, because I think we need another striker as well. But midfield for me, a strong centre midfielder, I think, is someone. I think we're all right out on the wings. I think we've got good enough attacking players out there. I think, I just think we need someone physical and someone with legs in midfield. So I'd say midfield, but we definitely need a striker. It's a hard one, because we need both. We're desperate for both.
You got to pick one, mate. Go on. Make a decision.
Do you know what?
Good.
At the moment, if the squad stays as it is with the players we've got, if we're keeping everyone, I'm going to say striker.
I reckon this is going to be one of the lowest polls we've ever done, because it's a difficult one. So it's going to be one of them that people ain't really going to know what to vote for. There ain't many votes in there already. No, it's creeping up.
I'm going to say a striker.
At the moment, it's overwhelmingly midfield, central
midfield. We can't rely on Fulkrug to stay fit all season, and he's our only fully fit striker. I don't know.
Can I ask you honestly? The other day, was you impressed with what you saw from Fulkrug?
Not. I'll be honest with you, mate. I've seen him have decent parts of games since he's been back, but and I like his attitude, and I like him I like his personality. I don't think he does a lot.
I don't think he does.
I don't think he does a lot. I don't think he shows for the ball enough.
For instance, you could never play him up front on his own, because first of all, he hasn't got the body to chase down, because he'll break down. So you can't use him in that capacity. Bowen was being used to rat around, so he can't chase down. We know he can link up play, and we know he can get on the end of crosses, but he ain't really got the pace. So I don't know really what he is as a forward player, apart from just a target man.
Yeah, I think that look, he is a decent player. He is a good player, and I think that if we play, go on, mate. I think if we do play to his strengths, I think that Fulkrug is someone that's going to hold the ball up, and you get players play off of him like Jared Bowen and Paketa. So he is a good player, but as you said, he can't play on his own up top. He needs players to get around him, and because he's not going to be the quickest. But yeah, to be fair, I'm not going to judge him on obviously last season because he was injured quite a lot, and when he come back, I thought he did sort of he showed that he wanted to be there. You know, he cared. He come out of his statement, and you know he's looked sharp. He looks like he's lost a bit of weight. He looks a lot leaner. So yeah, no, I'm gonna I'll give him a chance. But I do think we definitely need someone else. But I can still see Antonio signing a new deal,
mate. I was going to say this now. Look, you can't imagine that Antonio is going to get back to the levels that he was at. No. But still, we've had, and I'm talking personally as well. And I know he ain't a striker, but in the Premier League, to have a player like Antonio, I think this is half of these strikers' problems when they come in. We don't think we're doing it, but I think we're gauging him against Antonio because Antonio, he was fucking good. It goes up there when he's on form. He was ragdolls defenders. You can play him up front on his own. He can literally, I mean, fuck me. He was nodding balls on and chasing his own nod-ons. He was creating his own chances. He ain't the most cultured player and he ain't the most clinical in front of goal. But he's a one-man wrecking machine. Yeah. And what it strikes me at the moment that what we're doing is we've almost got two players up front at the minute to do one job. If you're looking at someone like Antonio, for instance, if we had Antonio in that team, would Bowen be up there with him?
I agree, mate. It's look. The thing is with Antonio, he scored the other night, didn't he? He played for the under-23s, so he's obviously he's obviously getting his fitness back up, match fitness. As I said, I can still see a deal for him, maybe a 1-year contract or something.
This is a good point.
Go on.
And again, this is me. He's sort of pulled me up here in some respects because I've just said, in one respect, you can't judge Guido because of Souček and James Ward-Prowse. Basically, our midfield is a collective. I said the other day when we changed the midfield, all of a sudden, the goalkeeper, no mistakes. The defence, no mistakes. Everyone looks more comfortable. We're getting more chances going forward. Sadly, Fulkrug had gone off. Do we think if we had a more functional team, Fulkrug would be better? If we was making more chances, creating more chances? Because what it did look like a little bit was that Fulkrug was up front, and then he kept on coming deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper to collect the ball to try and get in the game. It's the way it felt. So, mate, maybe you got a point there, mate.
Yeah, no, it's a great point. It is a great point. You're only as good as what's around you. You know what I mean? And when you've got a midfield like we have that want to get the ball and play backwards, like and the other night, you notice the difference. I know we spoke about it a little while ago, but when the youngsters come on, Potts and Pearson, and they linked up with Paketa, they wanted the ball, and the first thing they wanted to do was look to get it forward.
Yep.
When Ward-Prowse and Souček, they look to go backwards all the time because they haven't got the confidence and they haven't got the legs and the pace to get. When was the last time you see someone like, not including Bowen and players like that, but someone that gets on the ball and just wants to take people on? I'd probably say someone like Saeed Benrahma. I know he wasn't everyone's favourite.
Well, it was Kudus in his first season.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Kudus. Yeah, I didn't really want to mention him on tonight.
No,
I'm joking. I thought, Kudus. Yeah, you could say him, but players don't like. We haven't had a player like that for so long. I just want to see someone that just wants to get on the ball and just trying to make something happen. That's what gets crowds entertained. That's what lifts players, lifts teams. You know, it's boring watching West Ham. It's been boring watching West Ham for a long time. I mean, how many games can you say you watched last season you was really entertained? Even the win at Arsenal wasn't entertaining. It was just smash and grab and we defended.
Good solid performance. Yeah, that's all it was. But no, you're 100% right. But when you look at what we've got and what we saw in that last 20 minutes, you saw the likes of Guillaume, who definitely needs more minutes this season. He looked good, didn't he? He did. Yeah. He wants his goal, mate, didn't he? He ain't passing. When he goes for on goal, he could have squared that to Bowen, but he was like, "Nah, bollocks, I'm shooting," and he weren't a million miles away. So he's bulked up. I don't know whether you noticed. Guillaume looks like he's been working on himself physically. He's a lump, and he's fucking fast. And it looks like the way that Potter's going to use him. is with Scholes behind him, because defensively, I don't think he's interested. I don't think Guillaume's interested defensively. So if he's going to do that, put Scholes on the left-hand side to sort of cover the defensive work and use him as an attacking player, I think that's fucking brilliant. We've got Diouf as well. We've got, obviously, we know we've got Bowen on the right-hand side. We know we've got Somerville to come back. Pace. You've got Potts. We've got Fearon. This is what I mean. We've got potential now. When I look at it now, I think we really have got potential. Now, you don't need pace from every player. If you've got pace in the team, for instance, if you've got 3 midfielders and 2 of them are quick and cover ground, then Alvarez ain't going to be exposed. Alvarez can just concentrate on his job. He can concentrate on clearing up, mopping up, and being a destroyer. If you've got pace all around, Fulkrug, he won't look slow because he can do his link-up play and everything else. Are you checking to see if we've got the team yet? I'll keep looking.
No, my daughter's just messaged me. I was just...
Oh, sorry, mate.
That's all right. That's all right.
But yeah, so I just think I think the future is bright. Whether that's under Potter or not, I don't know. And this is what I wanted from this window. I wanted, because I'm not entirely keen on Potter, although I do think there's a good chance he could prove me completely wrong. He could do. We could go into next season. He could kick on, and yeah, that could happen. But for me, I'm not confident about that happening. So I really wanted to look at the squad and think, yeah, there's a good fucking team there. So if it does go wrong, if another manager comes in, they've got something to work with. And I do feel like at the moment, even without any other signings, I don't think we're in bad shape. I don't. For the future as well, when you look at the young kids that are coming into the team, Diouf's young, Guillaume's young, Scholes is young, Potts, Fearon. We've still got years left in well, no, not in Paketa, because he will go eventually. But look, let's talk about Paketa, right? So, what do you make of these rumours? Because Tottenham obviously were going in for Gibbs White. That was all but done, that deal. But then the Greek mafia bloke, he said, "No bollocks, you're not having him." And I think that's brilliant what he did there. To be honest, I wish our fucking owners showed bollocks like that. And they strung him along for 2 weeks, and he signed a new deal. So that Gibbs White deal is now off. But now they're obviously going to be looking for another attacking midfielder. There's been news everywhere that Tottenham are eyeing up Paketa. 2 things there. Do you think that Sullivan would sell to Tottenham a second top player in the same window? And the second thing, do you think Paketa would go, or do you think more of Paketa than that?
No, I don't think Sullivan would. I don't think would sell to Tottenham. And I don't think Paketa would want to go to Tottenham. No. I think that if they're looking for an attacking midfielder, this is where I think I could see them maybe ending up with Jack Grealish.
Or Harvey Elliott.
They can offer him Champions League football. Apparently Grealish is happy to come to London, so perfect fit for him. But no, I think Paketa looks very happy at West Ham. I think he's had a lot of weight lifted off his shoulders. You can see in the videos that they've been putting out the last few weeks, there seems to be a different spirit in the squad. There's a togetherness, and I think Paketa will want to stay unless we get a ridiculous bid from someone, and it's a green move that he can't turn down.
Yeah,
I can't see him leaving, especially not this season, not this summer anyway. So
no,
I'm really happy from a personal point of view. I'm happy for Paketa because he seems a lot happier. And I think that you noticed the other day when I think he's known for a while, wasn't he? Because you can see his mood's been different since he's been back. Yeah, even in the friendly against Grasshoppers, he looks back to his old self where he was just dropping deep, receiving the ball. He looks to play that ball over the top, the 1-2s. Even the other day with him on the ball, when you had the 2 youngsters on the pitch, it shows the confidence he's got in them because he trusts them. He gives them the ball because he knows that they're not going to give it away or he's going to get it back.
This is the other thing. Am I talking bollocks here? Because my comment that I made the other day was the last time we had a really good batch of players come through, we had that bloke in and around the team. We had an idol, a bloke who would bring him into the game, a bloke who they could all look up to, that could inspire them, that they that would do exactly what he did in that game. If you looked at those Potts highlights, Paketa's there. He's there. He's all over him. He's bringing them all into play. Do you think that keeping Paketa here will just be amazing for the kids that we're trying to develop this year as well?
Yeah, definitely, because it's always been their dream to get into the first team, and when you get into the first team and you get to play with the likes of Bowen, Paketa, them types of players, and he's on his day he's a genius. We've seen him do some unbelievable stuff on the pitch. I always think when I think of Paketa, I always think of that time when we played in the Europa League, I think it was, and the ball come across, or the Conference League, and he just brought it out of the air when he caught it at the back of his ankle. And you remember the bench was just like
Cresswell, wasn't it?
Yeah, Cresswell was just like, wow. When you get these sort of players, a bit like Di Canio as well, when he's enjoying himself, you see the best of him. And they play off the crowd reactions. Di Canio used to love it up to Park. We could be 2 or 3-0 down in a game, but Di Canio, no, he'll be on that pitch and he'll be thinking, no, do you know what? I don't want to let these fans down today. And he'll try to make something happen. He'll try to win a game on his own.
Yeah, and do you know something? With football as a whole now, which I think has become far more bland than it used to be, don't you think that players like him that add a little bit of fun to things, they're fucking gold dust, aren't they? For fans, for supporters, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I always talk about probably he's one of the most, like, young Joe Cole is one of the best, most, honestly, mate, that geezer was so good. He was doing things with a football like 20 years ago what Messi and that were doing, he was doing that as a kid. He was unreal, probably one of the most talented players I've ever seen live. Joe Cole.
It's like John says, every team had a Maverick in the 90s. They did, didn't they? They did.
Yeah.
But they get it's like a lot of fans now, they frown upon them because, these players like Paketa, obviously, if you try things, they ain't going to come off every time. But if you don't fucking buy a ticket, you ain't going to win the raffle, are you? So you need to have players like that are willing to do it. You can't have a team full of them. But I find it so frustrating now that not digging out fans, but it's like the way that some fans look at football now is so different to how we used to see it. And I kind of, you feel like you're a bit of an old fart sometimes because they worry more about ball retention and fucking and XG and shit like that. And I just kind of go on the eye test, mate. I really do.
When I was growing up, mate, if someone said to me XG, I'd be going up to the doctors thinking I had something wrong with me. I don't understand all this. And now it's all the FIFA generation, innit? Playing computers too much. But yeah, no, look, we've grown up. As you said, every player had a Maverick. You think Man United had Cantona, Arsenal had Bergkamp. It's just every team had them, and it was a joy to watch. If you watch Premier League years now, and you go back to the late 90s, early 2000s, it was just
fucking Bolton, JJ Okocha.
Yeah, but fans used to love that. Fans, we would know Di Canio, he'd get the ball and he'd try to take 4 or 5 players on. It wouldn't always come off, but we know he would. Eventually, he'd create something or score a goal out of it, and that was better sometimes watching him. We could lose a game 3-1, but if we watched Di Canio take on 5 players and score, we'd fucking talk about that.
100%, mate. 100%. I think when you. Well, I don't know about. Like I said, I don't know about all fans now. I don't know because I don't seem to vibe with lots of fans now. But with me, it's all about the enjoyment of the game for me. It is. Yeah, fair enough. Look, you don't want to lose every fucking game, but I've been to plenty of games that you've lost, but you've come away not feeling like you come away pissed off that you've lost, but not angry with your team, if that makes sense. You feel proud of your team. You kind of feel like you've watched a game of football. But the way I feel, and I have felt so often in previous years, is I just feel like you can walk away with like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Do you know, you sort of have that feeling, what the fuck was that?
I just had a look on my phone quickly when you said about team news. They haven't tweeted out yet, but they've just put a teaser up with Potts' shirt and Fearon's shirt.
Who West Ham have?
Yeah. So
are they really?
That it looks like they could be in the starting lineup.
Oh, mate, I'm gonna have to start for that now. It's gonna fuck me tomorrow. I've got a big day tomorrow. But yeah, so for you, I mean, Happy says here, look, the worrying thought that we only have 16 days and a couple of hours till our season starts, and 4 weeks of the window left. What are you more concerned with? Are you more concerned with players going out or players coming in? Or if you had a chance, like you said earlier on, would you just go, fuck it, close the window now?
No, I definitely wouldn't close the window now.
You wouldn't.
I wouldn't
You think we need a little bit more?
I think we need a little bit more. And yeah, I'm more worried about players coming in than players leaving. I can't see any of our big name players leaving now. Probably, if anyone's going to leave from the first team, Ward-Prowse could probably go out towards the end of the window. Rodriguez. But yeah, we definitely need at least, I'd like to see at least 3 signings come in before the start of the season.
Yeah.
And then obviously you've got another 4 weeks. So yeah, I'm more worried about players coming in at the moment, mate, because I don't think because when I looked at that starting lineup the other night against Man United, I looked at that and I remember putting in a group chat to the boys and I was thinking, this is sort of 95% of our starting lineup. This could be our starting lineup against Sunderland.
At the moment, I think that would be our starting lineup.
Probably put Paketa and Alvarez in there and take out maybe Rodriguez and who else was there? I forgot who started now.
It'd be one of the 2 in midfield, I suppose, wouldn't it? Or would it be Fulkrug? Because I kind of think that the 2 up front's a bit of a lie. I think Fulkrug dropping deeper. I do think that's by design. I think Fulkrug played the 10. I think he dropped back into that 10 position. So we did have 4 in midfield. And that's why when Fulkrug came off, Paketa went on.
Yeah.
So I do think it was Bowen up front on his own. I do think that. But then again, I can understand that though. I can't understand playing Bowen up front on his own because I think it kills Bowen a lot. I know he scored a good goal, but I don't think he gets the best out of him. But I don't think you could play Fulkrug in that. He ain't going to press from the front, is he?
No,
he's not going to do that. He's not going to do that.
It's not his game, is it?
No, not at all. Right. So Ryan, moving on to Everton now. So we'll talk about the. Obviously, we're coming up against Moyes again. We'll talk about what starting lineups we'd like to play. But before we sort of get there, all right, just a little bit of reminiscing on the good times with David Moyes.
Well, I'd say that what MD's getting here with me is a very experienced Premier League manager. Arguably, there's only 2 or 3 who've got more experience, games in the Premier League. I think I've probably got the biggest win rate out of a certain amount of managers as well. So I think if you're putting it that way, that's what I do. I win, that's what I do. I win, that's what I do. I win, that's what I do. I win.
I've gone and pissed myself. What do I look like covered in this? I look like a fucking loser drenched in piss. I was gonna sing about yourself, but instead I went and pissed myself. At least I've not lost all self-respect until now, because oh fuck, I've gone and shit myself. Well, would you look at this? I'm all covered in piss and shit. Just earlier I was looking swell, but by golly now I smell. And that's too bad, because I was gonna sing about yourself, but instead I shit and piss myself.
Well, reason I've played that is because I'm preempting the fact that we might lose tonight, and we're going to have a barrage of fans talking about how they miss David Moyes. Now David Moyes should be fucking back. It weren't all roses under Moyes. It weren't. I know we won a cup, but we've been shit in the league now for 3.5 years. It's been 3.5 years now. It really has. So I do think it's time that people let the David Moyes thing go. I still see it now. You know, every time he signs a player, or like last year, whenever he wins a game, you're getting the same fucking thing. So, so for me, I could be tempting fate there, of course. You know, what are you expecting tonight, Ryan? So, give me your based on what you've seen. Let's base it on the 3 at the back and the wing back system. What's your back 3 going to be?
I'll probably say same as the other night. I think it'll be Aguerd, Kilman, and Todibo.
Yeah,
I think obviously Wan-Bissaka and Diouf as the wing backs. I think the midfield 3 will be going by that. I think it's going to be Paketa, Potts, and Theron. Bowen on the right.
Yeah. So you think you might change shape a little bit tonight?
Yeah, no, I still think he'll keep the
Wingbacks.
same. Yeah, I think he'll still go by that. But yeah, I mean, look, the team should be out in a couple of minutes, so it could be totally different. But yeah, I mean, Fulkrug up top. Who started on the left the other night?
It was Diouf. So Harry done it last week. You had Tadibo, Aguero, and you had Kilman in the middle. You had Aguero. You had Diouf on the left. You had Wan-Bissaka on the right. You had Guido, Souček, James Ward-Prowse, Fulkrug, Bowen. That's what you had last week. So I think I want to see the midfield change. The midfield has to change. He for me, what he did the other day, he might not have meant to do it, but he gave a perfect illustration as to what the problem was when he changed that midfield. And it was completely because I think Fulkrug was also part of that midfield. So you had Fulkrug, James Ward-Prowse, Souček, and Guido. All fucking four came off.
So someone's just said there about Mavropanos. I forgot about him, to be honest. But yeah,
he looked good when he came in.
I think he might start tonight. And someone just said there in place of Tadibo. Yeah, I could see that. Because obviously, I think there'll be a lot of players that didn't start the other night that we might see start tonight. So I don't think it's going to be the greatest of games. I mean, I didn't see the Bournemouth Everton game the other day. I know Bournemouth won 3-0, but I didn't even see any highlights from that game. So I don't know who Everton started with. I know someone just said that their team's out now. So
team's out.
Everton's team's out. Yeah.
Oh, where's ours? I mean, for me, I think I'd like to see if I could pick the team now. I'd change the defence as well because it's pre-season, so I'd give us more legs in defence. I'd go Wan-Bissaka right centre back. I'd go Mavropanos centre back, and I'd go Aguero left centre back. I'd give Diouf another go because I felt sorry for Diouf because unfortunately he came off when the fucking midfield had been changed, so he was a bit shit as well. But he was in that shit team. I think I'd like to see him playing with a better, more functional midfield. So keep Diouf on the left. I play Cole Walker-Peters, give him a run out on the right. And central midfield, I'd like to see Alvarez, Paketa, and Potts is what I'd like to see. I don't know whether it's too soon for Alvarez or not. I don't know, but that's what I'd like to see: Alvarez, Paketa, and Potts. And again, it's probably going to have to be Fulkrug and Bowen. Well, do you know what? In the role that Fulkrug was playing, would it be mad to suggest that Souček could do that?
What, play the like Fulkrug the other night?
Like he did the other night. Just play that sort of box crashing role. If you're going to use him, maybe use him there.
I mean, that's what Souček is good at.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Do you know what? I think our team ain't going to come out into an hour before, so you're looking at 10:30.
You reckon?
Or 10:15, I reckon it'll be out.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's good though. If they're showing Potts and Fearon, I'll be happy with that. I'll be happy with them playing Paketa. I mean, Paketa, Potts and Fearon going with that central midfield would be fucking brilliant to sort of start how he finished off the other day. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, I was just trying to see if I can see the Everton team, but that's not even on there yet.
Is it not?
Someone said in the chat that it's already out. I don't know what's going on anymore.
I mean, the results don't really care pre-season. They don't really matter pre-season, but I think it's safe to say, I think the way that Bournemouth are clearly playing at the minute, they're purring. We're probably not going to get much out of that. We're probably not going to get much out of that one. Is it important that we get something that we just don't get beat today, or do you think it just don't matter? It's pre-season; it don't matter at all. Is it more performance?
It's more performance and getting the players' fitness up and getting players that haven't played together before used to playing with each other. Obviously, we want to see a win. Yeah. But if we go out and lose tonight, it's not the end of the world. You know, I always look back at that season under Abraham Grant when I think we won every pre-season game. We got relegated.
Exactly.
I don't really, ever since that moment, I don't take too much notice of pre-season anymore, like the results. But I'd love to see us get the win tonight. And then obviously Bournemouth will be our biggest test, I think, in this little mini competition. Yeah. I think they're looking really good. I think they played well last season. I think their manager, no disrespect to Bournemouth, but I think he will go to a bigger and better club in the next couple of seasons. But yeah, no, I'm actually looking forward to it.
He's done fucking wonders there, hasn't he? That bloke.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's not Unai Emery. What's his name? Iraola, isn't it?
Areola, isn't it?
Yeah, Iraola. Yeah, he's done wonders. And they've lost some players this season. Well, they lost Kirkes, didn't they? Who was a player that we should have got. I mean, we fucking played against him. It was AZ Alkmaar, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Played against him, but no, I'll think to sort of. I think we'll draw. I think there'll be goals in this. I think both, surprisingly, because Potter and Moyes are both sort of defensive, but it is pre-season. There's not much in it. Everton are going to have to try and get something back out of the game after getting tonked, last couple of days ago. So I think they'll have a go. I think it'll be 2-2. And I think both managers will take that, wouldn't they?
I was just thinking that 2-2 in my head when you said there'd be goals.
Yeah.
I'd like to see, a little 3-2 us, 4-3 us.
Yeah, it would be nice.
Well, yeah. I mean, I wonder what kit we're going to wear. So, what do you reckon of the third kit that got released today?
Well, now I've seen it, I like it. But when I saw a mock-up of it with yellow shorts and yellow socks, and it looked fucking awful. But but now I've seen it just the top anyway, and I think it's blue shorts. I think that's probably the best of the three.
Very 90s Wimbledon for me.
It is, but it is probably the best looking kit of the three.
Yeah, it's something different. I always think with a third kit, you got to go a bit mad, and you got to and I agree with you. I think I don't know why the hammers are so big.
They're big,
they're
but
like, they're like the size of them hammers. Yeah, look.
I know they're big, but I just like the fact it ain't got that poxy badge on it because I don't like the badge. I don't like the West Ham London badge. So it's nice just to have the hammers on there, I think. But you're right, it is fucking massive. It's oversized, isn't it?
Yeah, but no, I think I agree with you. Like when I see the mock-ups, I was thinking, oh no, this ain't going to be a bit of me. But when I see it today, it actually looks quite smart.
Looks all right.
And obviously we've got the choice of navy shorts as well.
Yeah.
I think it's gold in it.
When you say choice, what you're saying that there is. So I didn't see the wrong thing because the one that I saw that was fucking awful. That was with like yellow shorts and yellow socks. So is that part?
Oh yeah. So the players that when they done the kit launch today, they had the yellow shorts and yellow socks.
Oh,
but when
fuck,
you go
I don't like that.
No, but when you go on the actual website, they always have a second colour. So we will probably wear navy and yellow. It's only like it's even like with the home one, we've got claret shorts and white shorts.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Yeah, no, I mean it's one of them. It's one of them ones that you got to go in the shop and see it yourself. But it's just that green badge in it. It spoils everything. I mean, it don't look too bad on this kit. I know they say, "What is it? Blue and green should never be seen," but that is like
why is it? Why can't the brands fit in with the color scheme of the shirt and the club? So why can't that sort of not be fucking green? Why can't it just be, and the ball sports? Why can't the ball sports be gold? And why can't it, on that one?
One thing I don't get, I know that obviously, I mean, I don't know what sort of money these sleeve sponsorships bring in, but I understand that the players wear it, but why should the fans have to wear it?
Exactly.
We get a choice to have the sponsor on there now because you can buy it, without the sponsor, but we shouldn't have to wear that. Like it's just just spoils the kit and the players. The sponsorship, they want to see the players wearing it. They don't care about me wearing it or you wearing it or Sarah and John in row fucking 64 in the Billy Bonds lower. They don't care about them fucking wearing it. So just offer it without that for the fans.
I think it's the last fucking website any West Ham fan would go to anyway because we fucking hate it. Horrible green badge. That's what I mean. If it was, I don't see why it's got to be so invasive. Maybe because it's on the sleeve. I don't know. They want it to pop out, but yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. Right, to close it out, mate, so we can get ready for the game, ready for football. Did you come up with anyone earlier on when that new feature that we was talking about?
Yeah, do you know what? I was thinking about it this morning and I sort of I was struggling a bit, but yeah, I've probably got one. I think we've sort of spoke about him earlier, so.
Right. Well, we're going to do it again. Right. This is going to be a new feature we're going to do every Wednesday called Cock of the Week. All right. So Ryan's going to go this week. Who you nominating, Ryan?
I know you said either in the football world or outside football, but I thought I'd try to keep it in football. But should I give it to Areola for his performance? That's a bit harsh.
It's a bit harsh. What? No, it's up to you. You nominate who you want.
I'm going to give it, if it's in the football world after this week and what the Lioness has done, great achievement, back-to-back winning, I'm going to give it to Joey Barton because I just think he's a complete fucking cock anyway. Some of his opinions, like, you know what I mean, he should keep them to himself. And I'll give it to Joey Barton because I think that even though he's not a big fan of women's football, I think he should have still congratulated them. It was instead of slating the women, you know,
it's tasteless, isn't it? It's tasteless. There's no need for it.
You know what it is with Joey Barton, right? He knows he's never going to make it in the football world as a pundit now because no one likes him. So he sits on his podcast and he thinks he's going to say things that knows they're going to get him in the news and he's going to get people talking. I think after the stuff he says, he doesn't believe. He just says it. So
I don't know. Yeah. I think he's genuinely a bit of a cock.
I've never liked Joey Barton, mate. I don't think he was. Look, to make it to the Premier League and he got one England cap as well. Never take that away from him. I'm not saying he was the worst player I've ever seen, but he was just a typical. He was a bully boy. You know, we all know the stories about him, and now you see it. Now he's trying to do it off the field, the way he talks about people. And look, some things he says I do agree with. You know, but there are things that I think he does go over the top with, and he doesn't need to say. So yeah, he's he gets it from me. So congratulations to the Lionesses anyway. You know, and it's 59 years ago today that England won the World Cup. So we should be proud of our women for what they've done the last couple of tournaments.
Absolutely. As it is cock of the week, I'm gonna go outside the box. I'm gonna get all political. I am because it is now officially. You need more ID now to masturbate than what you do to get into the country with the online safety bill. So I don't know whether you've seen that now, but for all of our poor sort of 16, 17-year-old kids now and middle-aged men, you need a VPN to access some sites and things like that. And that's what they've done. So for me, that online safety bill, and we know that ain't the reason they've used it anyway. They've used it for other things. But fucking hell. I mean, what is that all about? It's like we're living in Korea, mate, isn't it? Honestly. It really is. It really is. So, cocks of the week. Whoever voted for the online safety bill, you fucking dicks.
Yeah. Your cocks are not letting us fuck ours. It's fucking it's mad. The world we live in is fucking crazy now, mate. And yeah, I mean, with sort of politics and all that, I try to keep out of that because some things you just shouldn't talk about. Like it's because you could talk for hours about it. The state of our country is in at the moment. State London's in with our mayor. You know, it's fucking.
Oh mate, if I think if I'd done a political show, I'd be cancelled in about half an hour. But that one is relevant. Honestly, you know, you fucking what are they doing? I mean, it will filter into other things. It's because it directly affects everything that we do as well. You know, when you go online, your social media, they're going to fucking censor everything in the end. So they can't be doing that. Freedom of speech. Come on. Leave us alone.
Yeah. It's a crazy
Bastards.
world.
Crazy world. Right, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. That is it from us. Ryan, thanks for joining us, mate.
No, mate, listen, you know, I always enjoy coming on and speaking to you. It's been enjoyed that, mate. It's been a good show. Spoke about a lot, enjoyed it, and let's hope that we get the performance and the win. Hopefully see the youngsters get a run out tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Right, okay, everyone. Cheers and thank you. Oh, let me say thanks for the super chats again, just quickly. Charles Pearson, thank you very much. You must be drunk. That's a big donation. And this is 50 Ugandan dollars that you've given me and not American. Red 5 says, if he starts James Ward-Prowse, Souček and Guido tonight, Potter needs to be sacked this evening. I'm not going to be happy, Red. I won't be happy. But I don't think he can, and I don't think he will. I don't think he will tonight. So we'll see. We'll wait and see. But thank you, everyone. Don't forget, before you go, drop a like on the video if you can, and subscribe if you haven't already. Come on, you irons.